picture this. You just walked out of the doctor's office, and you get into your car, shut the door, and you just sit there staring at the steering wheel. You have this piece of paper in your hand, your test results, and the doctor just told you that your thyroid numbers are perfectly normal.
Oh, I know that exact moment. You just
Yeah.
sit there in the quiet.
Yeah. The dose for your medicine hasn't changed in years, and they gave you a completely clean bill of health. But the reality is that the scale in your bathroom just keeps creeping up.
Mm-hmm. It is so frustrating.
Right. Your clothes are getting tight around the middle, and you have this heavy, just lingering exhaustion. And no amount of sleep seems to fix it.
It really is a quiet heartbreak,
Yeah.
honestly. It is one of the most common things I hear from friends who are, navigating their health after age 60.
Wow. Really? So it's not just my mom.
Oh, definitely not.
Mm.
You do everything right, strictly by the book, but your body just feels like it decided to, I don't know, play by completely different rules.
And the immediate reaction, at least what I see with my parents, is this deep sense of self-blame.
Yes, the guilt.
Exactly. You look at the normal lab paper and you think, well, my thyroid is fine, so my willpower must be failing.
Right. You think, I must be secretly eating too much, or I'm just lazy now.
Yeah, but I've been really looking into this, just trying to understand what my mom is going through, and it turns out that guilt trip is just completely wrong.
It couldn't be further from the truth.
So I really want to talk about this today, to unpack why that daily thyroid pill by itself is, well, it's often not the whole answer for your body engine as you get older.
No, it is just one small piece. We tend to view our bodies like a simple machine, like a light switch.
Right, like if the light is off, you just flick it back on.
Exactly. We think, okay, the thyroid is slow, so we take a pull, flip the switch to on, and assume the whole house will light up just like it did in our 30s.
But it doesn't.
It really doesn't. As we move into our 60s, the body is this deeply connected web. You can't just change one thing without it touching everything else.
So to really understand this creeping weight gain, we have to look at what the thyroid is doing versus what just normal aging does all on its own.
Mm-hmm. There are two different things happening at the exact same time.
Because the thyroid is basically the engine control, right? It sets your base calorie burn, the energy you use just to sit on the couch and breathe.
Yes. Keeps the lights on, and when it slows down, a doctor gives you a pill to put your levels back into what they call a normal range.
But normal on a piece of paper is just an average, isn't it?
That is the big secret. Normal is just a wide curve of averages. It is not a promise of how you will actually feel.
Wow. So you could be technically normal but still feel awful.
Oh, absolutely. You could be sitting at the very bottom edge of that normal range. The doctor sees the paper, pats you on the back, and says you are fine.
But your real life is different.
Yes. In your real life, you are sluggish, your hands are always cold, and your body engine is just sputtering along.
That has to create such a massive disconnect for people. You are trying so hard to fix this number on a page, but there's this totally invisible thing happening in the background.
Yes, the invisible changes.
Like the muscle changes, right? Because
Yeah.
as we get older, we just naturally lose muscle every decade.
We do. And if you aren't actively using those muscles, that loss really speeds up after 60.
And muscle is what actually burns the calories.
Exactly. It demands energy just to exist on your bones.
Okay, wait, let me try an analogy. It's like trying to fix the computer system in a car with that thyroid pill, but you completely ignore that the physical engine block has shrunk.
That is a wonderful way to put it, yes.
So you have this perfectly tuned computer, but it's trying to run a tiny little golf cart engine when you used to have a huge truck engine.
Right. So the medicine isn't failing you. It just has less muscle to work with.
Gosh. So because the lab report gives you a gold star, you just ignore the shrinking engine and you wonder why your normal dinner is suddenly adding weight.
It is a totally separate physical shift. But, there is another roadblock we have to talk about before we even get to the muscle.
Oh, what's that?
It's about how we actually take the pill, the daily routine.
You mean like if it's actually getting into the body properly?
Yes, because if the computer fix isn't getting through, nothing else matters. And there is a massive blind spot in how most of us take our morning medicine.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you just swallow it with water, right?
Well, the environment in your stomach is everything. That little pill needs a very specific, very quiet stomach to absorb properly. It is a very fragile thing.
Okay, but my dad takes his pill right when he wakes up and then immediately goes and pours a huge mug of coffee.
Oh, and he is definitely not alone in that. But that coffee is actually ruining the whole process.
Wait, seriously? Just a normal cup of coffee?
Yes. Coffee changes the acid in your stomach and it makes things move through your body much faster.
Ah, I see.
So if you take the pill and then drink coffee right away, the medicine gets flushed straight through before your body can even grab onto it.
That is wild. So it just acts like a bouncer at a club, throwing the medicine right out the door.
That is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
And it is even worse if you take calcium or iron vitamins at the same time.
Oh, my mom takes calcium every morning.
A lot of women do. But those minerals actually stick to the thyroid pill in your stomach. They make it physically too big to pass into your bloodstream.
I had no idea. So are people just accidentally giving themselves a tiny half dose every morning just because of their breakfast habits?
All the time.
Yeah.
You might be prescribed a whole dose, but only half of it is actually making it into your blood.
That is so unfair. You think you are doing everything right.
Right. And by the time you go for your yearly test, your levels have been bouncing up and down for months. You feel tired and heavy, even though the paper says your average looks okay.
I was actually talking to this guy, James, about this. He's in his late 60s.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was dealing with this exact thing, so tired, gaining weight. But instead of asking for a stronger pill, he just changed his morning routine.
That is so smart. What did he do?
He just forced a strict 1-hour rule. Pill first, and then absolute nothing but water for a full hour before his coffee.
It takes discipline, but it works.
And he moved his calcium vitamin to the evening. And honestly, within a few months, he said his energy totally came back.
James figured out how to give his body a stable home. Consistency is everything as we get older. If your stomach is quiet and empty one day, but flooded with coffee the next, your energy levels are just on a roller coaster.
So you really have to protect that morning window. That is step one.
Absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, but once the pill is actually working, we still have to look at the food we eat, right? Because having a slow thyroid really changes how your body handles food.
Oh, it changes everything about how we handle carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Breads, pastas, sweets.
This is where blood sugar comes in, isn't it?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
a fascinating dance between your thyroid and your blood sugar. You know how insulin works, right? It acts like a little key.
Right. It unlocks the cells so they can use sugar for energy.
Exactly. But when your thyroid is struggling, it actually takes away those keyholes on your cells.
Wait, really? It removes the keyhole?
It does. The cells become essentially deaf. Insulin is knocking on the door, but the cells just can't hear it.
So the sugar just stays trapped in the blood.
Yes. And to fix that, your body panics and pumps out a massive amount of insulin, just trying to force the door open.
Oh, wow. So you have all this extra insulin and extra sugar just floating around with nowhere to go.
And when your body has extra sugar it can't use,
Mhm.
its ancient survival trick is to turn it into fat.
And let me guess, it stores it right in the belly.
Directly around the middle, yes.
Man, that feels like such a trap. You have a smaller muscle engine burning fewer calories, and then the food you do eat gets shoved straight into belly fat because your cells are deaf to insulin.
It is a very tough cycle.
Ew.
And, we haven't even talked about sleep yet.
Oh, gosh. Sleep changes so much for my parents. They wake up constantly.
Poor sleep is the match that lights the whole fire. When you don't sleep well, which is so common, your body makes a lot of cortisol.
The stress alarm, right.
Exactly. Cortisol is for emergencies. It tells your body to dump a bunch of quick sugar into your blood so you can run away from a bear.
But there is no bear. You're just trying to drink tea in your kitchen.
Right. And remember, your cells are already deaf to insulin. So your body floods your blood with sugar for energy, but your cells can't let it in.
So your blood sugar goes sky high, and then you just crash.
A terrible, heavy crash. Usually right around 3 in the afternoon.
Which makes you crave terrible food.
Of course it does. A friend of mine, Robert, went through this for a decade.
Oh, yeah. What happened with him?
He is in his 70s, and he had these brutal afternoon crashes. He would just raid the pantry for crackers and juice every single day.
I bet he just blamed himself for having a sweet tooth.
He totally did. He thought he lacked discipline. But in reality, his body was screaming for fast sugar to fix that awful roller coaster.
So how did he break out of it?
Once he learned what was actually happening, that it was his deaf cells causing the cravings, he stopped fighting it with willpower. He swapped the crackers and juice for a handful of almonds and a sliced apple. And he started taking a gentle walk in the evening.
Oh, I love that.
He didn't change his whole life. But that slow-burning food stopped the spikes. His energy smoothed out, and the weight creep just stopped.
Because he stopped trying to use his body's old rule book. He just started working with the new rules.
Exactly. Our cells just can't handle a massive dump of fast sugar anymore. They need slow, steady fuel.
Which brings up a really huge question I have. If our bodies are storing carbs as belly fat and our muscles are shrinking, the instinct is just to starve yourself,
Oh,
right?
yes. The classic diet.
Like if I'm gaining weight, I'll just eat 1,000 calories a day and shrink my stomach. But that has to backfire if your muscles are already wasting away.
It is honestly the most dangerous thing you can do at this stage of life.
Why? What happens?
When you stop eating, your body doesn't just happily burn away your belly fat. It panics. It looks for energy anywhere it can find it.
It eats the muscle.
Yes, it will aggressively break down your precious muscle to use for fuel.
Oh my gosh. So by starving yourself to lose weight, you are literally destroying the only engine that burns calories for you.
You are guaranteeing that your body engine will be even slower when the diet is over.
So you lose a few pounds on the scale, but it was all muscle.
And when you inevitably start eating normally again, your engine is tiny and the fat comes back twice as fast.
That is heartbreaking. So eat less, move more is actually terrible advice for this.
It is a recipe for burnout.
Yeah.
We have to completely change our mindset. We have to move away from starving the body and start thinking about building it up.
Feeding the muscle.
Exactly. Providing the right building blocks. You need rich, gentle proteins. Things like eggs or wild salmon, which is wonderful for whole body health.
And Greek yogurt, maybe some beans or lentils.
Perfect choices. But the trick isn't just what you eat. It's how you eat it.
What do you mean?
You can't just have toast for breakfast, a tiny salad for lunch, and then a massive steak for dinner and expect your body to build muscle.
Oh, because it needs a steady supply.
Yes, your body needs steady building blocks all day long, especially in the morning, right after you wake up from a long fast.
Okay, so protein in the morning. And then to help those deaf cells, the blood sugar issue, we need slow carbs.
Slow and steady, oats, whole grains, and berries.
Berries are amazing for that, right? Because they have all that fiber.
They are perfect. The fiber slows down the sugar so you get the sweetness without shocking your system.
It kind of tricks the body into feeling calm.
It creates safety. And when your body feels safe, it is much more willing to let go of stored fat.
That makes so much sense. But okay, we have the protein, we have the slow carbs. We still have to tell the body to actually make the muscle, right?
Yes, we need a physical trigger.
Please tell me we don't have to send our parents to the gym to lift heavy iron weights.
Oh, heavens no. That just leads to pain and exhaustion.
My goodness.
The goal here is just gentle stimulation, just letting the muscles know, hey, we are still using you. Please don't go away.
So what does that look like in real life?
It can be as simple as sitting in a chair with a light resistance band twice a week. Or everyday habits. Taking the stairs, spending an hour in the garden.
Or just walking.
Walking is magic, especially a 10-minute walk right after you eat a meal.
Oh, right after a meal.
Because when you walk, your muscles physically squeeze, and that squeezing action sucks the sugar right out of your blood without even needing the insulin key.
Wait, really? It just bypasses the deaf cells entirely?
It is like a biological cheat code. It lowers your blood sugar beautifully.
That is incredible. I know a lady in my mom's garden club, Sarah. She had this exact turnaround.
Oh, how wonderful. What changed for her?
Her weight had been creeping up for 3 years, and her labs were completely normal. She thought her medicine was broken.
Of course she did.
But she just added an egg to her breakfast, and she started using a stretchy band in her living room while watching TV.
Gentle changes.
Yeah, and she didn't touch her pill dose. But over a few months, her energy came back, the weight stopped creeping, and her pants fit again.
Notice the timeline there. You said a few months.
Right. It wasn't a 7-day quick fix.
No, it never is. You are rebuilding an engine. That takes patience and grace. You have to set up your home so these habits are easy.
Like putting the pill next to your toothbrush so you remember to wait before coffee.
Exactly. And pairing that post-meal walk with a phone call to a friend.
Just making it pleasant.
Yes. And we can't forget about water.
Oh, hydration. Do we really lose our sense of thirst as we get older?
We do. We often walk around mildly dehydrated without even knowing it. And water is what your body uses to actually break down fat cells.
So if you are dry, your body just slows down to save resources.
Yes, your heart works harder and your energy drops.
Yeah.
It is such an easy thing to fix with just a few extra glasses of water a day.
And it all ties back to keeping stress low, too. Deep breathing, sitting in the sun, just making the body feel safe.
Safety is the foundation of wellness.
Okay, let's zoom out and look at the whole picture for a second, because this is a lot of ground we covered.
It is a beautiful puzzle.
If someone is sitting in their car right now, looking at that normal lab result and feeling frustrated, what is the core truth they need to hear?
They need to hear that their thyroid pill is important, but it is just one part of the story. You have to care for the muscle you are losing, you have to respect your changing blood sugar, and you have to guard that morning pill window from coffee.
So it's protecting the stomach, feeding the body with warm, gentle protein, taking those post-meal walks, and completely throwing away the idea of starving yourself.
Yes, you are the mechanic of your own body.
Yeah.
You have the tools to tune up the engine.
It is such a hopeful way to look at it. It takes away the guilt.
It does. But, there is one final thing we need to rethink entirely.
What's that?
How we measure if it's working. You mentioned Sarah's pants fit better.
Yeah, she was thrilled about that.
But did she lose a ton of weight on the bathroom scale right away?
She actually said the scale barely moved at first.
Exactly. Because muscle is heavy. It is dense. 5 pounds of strong, healthy muscle is much smaller than 5 pounds of soft belly fat.
Oh, right. So you could be getting smaller and healthier, but weigh the exact same amount.
Yes. If you are building muscle and losing that stubborn belly fat, your body is transforming in the best way possible. But these thoughts, these questions, they don't have to stop here. Wellness Geek Seniors has many more podcasts and videos just like this one. Subscribe to the channel and explore other episodes. They all flow the same gentle way. If this podcast felt genuinely useful to you, share it with even one person in your life. That one share can bring a real change in someone's life. And it helps Wellness Geek Seniors reach more people who truly need this. If this brought you real value, look for the Join button right next to the Wellness Geek Seniors logo below this video. Click it and become a member of the Wellness Support Circle. Your support helps honest health awareness reach thousands who are silently struggling. Wellness Geek Seniors moves forward because of you. Thank you so much from the heart for being here.